Hello you guys, what's up, how are you? For today's video, as you guys probably figured from the thumbnail, I'm going to be sharing with you guys another declutter video. I've yet to make a Target haul. I have a few more things that I want to add there. But I've just been in this declutter zone lately, and I'm trying to also, move things around, figure my life out for a sec. So I just felt like I was in the mood of decluttering more makeup. I decluttered some clothes, shoes, and just a bunch of other things. And then after I did my last declutter video, I'm like, you know what? We can definitely get rid of a little bit more. So I will leave my declutter playlist down below in the description box, as well as my Poshmark if I choose to put any of these there. If I did purchase it, if it was gifted to me, I either put it as a free gift in packages that I purchased, or I give it to a friend. Also, before I begin, I wanted to show you guys these really cute Juicy Couture slippers. I love slippers with a little bit of a platform because I'm so short, and they're just kind of like a little bit of a height at times. So anyway, I purchased these from Amazon. I'll have a link down below. They had this pink color, and then I want to say 3 or 4 other colors. It was only 20 bucks, legit run. I would say stick to your size. I'm typically a 6. I got a 7 because I typically size up in slippers, but I think I would have been better off with a size 6. I'll show you. And I have to wear it with socks because I do not have the cutest toes. But I will probably have them soon because I'm going to the doctor. Anyway, I think it's so cute. Obviously, I think it's cuter without socks, but it's also really cute with. Love them. I am burning the white t-shirt candle by Bath & Body Works. It's one of their 1 week candles. I love it. This was one I burnt previously. It smells like a guy. It smells really, really good. But I showcased this in my previous Sephora, Bath & Body Works, Victoria's Secret, and Pink haul. So nice for the springtime winter. So first up, I have my foundations. I actually keep foundations here. CC creams, tinted moisturizers, all of that, and then concealers in this drawer. Honestly, I would ideally love to put my concealers and foundation type of products in one drawer. That would be nice. So then I can kind of use some of these drawers when they're empty for like backups of stuff like body care and things like that. So for this drawer, I think I'm gonna go ahead and declutter this by The Ordinary. This right here is the coverage foundation, the high coverage foundation. I've used it like maybe 2-3 times. I thought it was just decent. Definitely not anything to write home about. It wasn't the easiest to blend out, and it looked okay on the face. It does have pretty full coverage like it states, but if I'm going for that, I kind of feel like I really enjoy the Best Skin Ever one by Sephora. You could see here I finished off a decent amount. This just looks better. It feels better on the skin, and I just like it a bit more. This is just one I don't gravitate towards. I just feel like it looks very obvious on at times, and it feels like you have something on, you know? This, not necessarily. So I'm gonna declutter this foundation. I've actually been using the Laura Mercier tinted moisturizer. They leave pretty good. The Milani Glow one is one I haven't dipped into yet, and I actually have 2 or 3 foundations that are missing here from my weekend like bag. But those are goods that I typically use. So let's decide what's going on. The Valentino one is one I have to keep testing because I did not fall in love right away. Rare Beauty, I'm in the middle with that one. I think I'm going to declutter this one, not because I don't like it, mainly because I want to say it is a little bit more on the older side. You can't see how much I finished up, but I think I finished up at least half of it. And then also this is more of like my summer shade, so I wasn't really able to wear it for the past little while. Love the formula though. I think it gives you great coverage. I have mine in 2W. I'd probably purchase maybe the shade 1N, so it's more like neutral, not as warm. I like that it gives you a beautiful glow, but it doesn't overdo it. I found that a lot of luxury foundations really work out beautifully, so for me. So like for this one is really, really good. This new one by YSL is my new favorite. You could see here I finished off a decent amount, so good. And just I have a few other ones that I love that are luxury. So I'm gonna declutter this one, possibly repurchase, maybe once I finish off a few more here, so it's not like wasteful. I think the next time I do a clean with me style type of video, which you guys can see here, the mess is beginning. It has begun. And then we have giveaway stuff there that I have to give away to one of you guys. The giveaway is still running. And then I have to organize that section. So gotta get life together ASAP. But I think the next time I'm gonna organize, I will move my concealers up here, figure it out. Again, it's only 2 foundations, so not a ton. I should put this back in the drawer. But it's still something, you know? And 2 plus 2 plus 2, I feel like it does add up. Next, I'm gonna pop into This drawer, which I mentioned, is where I keep my concealers. I feel like in the past I used to be a bit more creative and I use more of these, but I feel like I just don't use them as much anymore. For this drawer, I know what I'm gonna get rid of. So this right here by Tarte, I wanted to love, but I actually don't. It's the creaseless concealer. Now I'll tell you, it gives pretty full coverage, but it has such a like thick, almost oily concealer feel that it just looks really heavy under the eyes, like super heavy, and definitely not flattering. Maybe on camera it looks okay, but in person it's like, whoa. So I've used this maybe twice, and I noticed it right away. I was like, let me give it another chance. Maybe it's okay to mix in with other concealers, but I'm not really that big of a fan, honestly. And this is the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer, which I actually really love. I have mine in the shade Light to Vanilla. So I love this concealer. I think it gives you like the radiant finish, but it doesn't look heavy like the Tarte one does, but it just is a little bit more of like a grayer type of color on my skin tone. So it always looks like I have like a major shadow like on my under eye area, and a few of you guys actually pointed that out, and then I was like, oh yeah, I see. So I'm gonna declutter this, and because the shade is just not for me, and then I'm gonna possibly purchase another one maybe once I finish off these. This has been one I've actually been enjoying, by the way. You can't see progress, but I'm almost finished with that. I want to say the e.l.f. one is pretty good too. So I am getting through some of them. Now moving on to this one. Primers. Again with this one, I know 2 is not going to do much, but I feel like last time I got rid of 2 and then another 2 and another, you know. I think I'm going to say goodbye to one of these by Smashbox. Not because I don't like them, I just don't find that I actually reach for them as much. This right here by Urban Decay, the All Nighter Ultra Glow, is like an oil cream almost, so it gives me everything I want when it comes to more of like a hydrating primer, so I don't feel like I always need to go in with the oil. This kind of does it the same, and it's not as liquidy, of course. It's more like the clear cream style product. I don't know. I also have this by Milk Makeup. It's like a oil stick situation. But then I also have like this, which makes things easier. But yeah, I just haven't reached for these, well, way too much. I think I'm gonna keep maybe this one, the OG one, and I'm gonna declutter the Mindful 5 one. So you could see I didn't really use as much. I thought this was good. Wasn't fully obsessed, but it was nice. I think I prefer the OG one though, maybe because I'm just used to the formula. Yeah, so I'm gonna declutter this one. It's so crazy. I remember I finished off one of these a few years back. This is the Kevyn Aucoin, the Neo Elixir, and with this one I'm halfway through. I should use it a bit more because I kind of forget about it. I have a bunch of little ones here, but then I think I'm gonna say goodbye. Well, I have 2 of these, one little one and the bigger one here, but I do kind of like this. I'm going to declutter this. I think I feel like it's been in my collection for a long time, and I just do not gravitate towards it like ever. There are other illuminating primers that work out better for me. This is nice though if you're looking for a drugstore option, but I feel like a lot of my oils kind of do that, and yeah, it's just one that I'm not really that into. So, all right, I'm also going to have to organize this section, but little by little we are getting there. Okay, next, yeah, I definitely have to organize that. I really had enough. And I have to get a W40 like thingy that goes, the oil that goes here, because a lot of you guys are like, hello girl, like it's time to get the oil like today. I think I found it on Amazon, so I'll purchase it today probably. Anyways, here we have my blushes. I've actually been testing out a bunch of newer blushes, and I think I know what I might want to get rid of. So this is one that I feel like I used to like, but I actually am not fully obsessed with it anymore. It's a Buxom blush in Ibiza. That's one of my dream destinations. I just feel like it's a little bit too pigmented for my liking at the current moment, meaning like a few years ago I did like it and I was going for more of that look, but I noticed recently when I used it, it was a bit much and it was a little bit hard for me to kind of work with. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and declutter it. One second, maybe another Wanderlust blush here. Okay, this one right here I can get down with because it's a little bit more lighter, so it does blend out easier for me. I have one of these blushes. We're looking. These blushes, by the way, are amazing. They kind of remind me of the Tarte Amazonian Clay blushes for some reason. I just want to see these. I just don't really reach for these as much as I used to. So I think I will declutter. I think I'm gonna declutter this one because I feel like I have that buxom shade over there. And, whoops. And then these two shades, I want to say I don't have a lot of. That one, and this is like deeper, but I feel like it's a little bit easier for me to blend out. So yeah, I'm going to declutter shade White Peach. It's a good formula, not fully obsessed with it. From the two, I like the blush more than the highlighter, but I have a bunch of shades like that, so I think I'm okay parting ways. And also a good indication for me is if I use it in the past 6 to 8 months, and I don't know if I did. So I'm going to declutter that one. Okay. All right, moving on to the next drawer. Here is where I keep my cream blushes. I will tell you guys, I haven't really been using cream blushes as much as I used to. I recently dipped into the Denisa Myricks Color Fix Mattes Waterproof Pigment. This is for the eyes, lip, and cheeks. I've used this the other day, and again with these colors, I got this in a, what's it called? One second. In my Lucky Bag from Beautylish. So I couldn't really choose a shade, but these are shades that I typically don't go for. It swatched nicely and it looked pretty when I swatched it, but when I applied it on my face like earlier last week, it just was a bit much for me to handle. I took a dot and it was just hard to blend out. I don't know if I'm just using the wrong brushes or what my story is. If you guys can help a girl out, let me know. But I definitely would want to look into other shades that she has, maybe like a brighter pink or more of like a nude peachy shade. So I'm going to declutter this one. And then I think I'm going to declutter this one right here by Ofra because it's a little bit more of a lighter shade, which I don't feel like makes a huge difference in my skin. It's in the shade Loyal, so I'm going to declutter that. Moving into the next drawer, bronzers. I really don't have a lot here that I would like to declutter, but I actually think I'm going to declutter this right here by Fenty, which probably is going to surprise you guys and shock you. This is the Sun Stalker palette. So I use this maybe like 3 to 4 times. I like the highlighters in here. They're a bit deep for me. Well, the top one here could work out, but the bottom one is, you know, it's pretty deep, but you could use it for the eyes too. So if it is, you can use it for the eyes and cheeks. But for the bronzers and contouring shades, I just felt like I was pretty much only using 3, like the 3 middle ones. Well, mainly these 2 actually. And the other shades, I've used them for the eyes, but you know, it was just like, it looked nice. It wasn't like, wow, I'm obsessed with this. But also I felt like the mattes in here are such a dry formula, so it just doesn't blend out as seamlessly as I personally would like, which kind of surprises me because I know these single bronzers by Fenty are bomb and they're so good. So I think I might just want to invest in one of those, get a shade that I know I'm going to wear and love instead of having this palette that I guess I could use for the eyes, but it's just one that for the face, it's just not going to work out. And then for the eyes, I'm like, okay, whatever. It's not like one that I'm fully into. So sadly, I'm going to declutter. So I just put this back in here. Honestly, that was a big one. So I think I'm good with 1 in this drawer because it's kind of like I got rid of like 5 right now. But I have this by Milani, which I haven't used yet. So that's kind of why it's in here. This is also more of a newer one, which I do kind of like. It leaves a really nice finish on the skin. This Nabla one, I feel like I'm going to hit pan soon. Good stuff. So yeah, I also have a few things in my weekend bag, which let me know if you guys want to see that because I feel like I've been really just taking the same things with me every week. So yeah, I have maybe like 1 or 2 in there, but the staples, and that's pretty much it. Like I think I could keep saying this, but I'm really happy with my bronzer collection because it's shades that and products that I really use. Okay, moving into highlighters. What are we working with here? Okay, so I definitely know that I have maybe 1 Ofra highlighter that I want to declutter. Let's see. You know what? This is the first one I pulled out and I think it would make sense for me to declutter. I love Ofra's highlighter formula. I have a code with them. It's just Liora for 20% off, my first name. I love their formula. Super simple, very easy to blend out, creates a gorgeous effect on the skin. I might actually use one of their highlighters for my engagement, like makeup. But this is just one that even if I just use this shade, it's just like, it's good, but it's not my preferred color because it's still a bit too dark. And when I mix it, it is like very, very dark. So it's one that I'm going to go ahead and declutter, I think. Yeah. So I'm going to say goodbye to that one. And this specifically was called X's and Glows. I think it was part of their maybe Valentine's Day collection. So I'm just going to put one of these. Yes. Okay, that was attached. I'm going to put one of those over there. Say goodbye to this. And I actually have a haul that I should be uploading sometime soon with the other Charlotte Tilbury highlighter wand. which I've been really getting into these kind of liquidy products lately. I just feel like it's so pretty on the skin. So yeah, wait, that was one. I was about to be like, yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't think so, girl. So I have these by the RCMA brand. I think that they're both gorgeous, but I have other like cream liquid highlighters that you could use from there. And then when it comes to eyeshadows, I have other shades that are maybe similar to this. So I think I'm gonna declutter. Let me swatch both. These are actually so beautiful. So the bottom one is in champagne, the top one is in rosé. Hey, you know what? I always feel like I say I'm gonna use it, but I never use these products. They're so pretty though. Okay, give me a second. I'm not getting rid of any. I'm not getting rid of any. I am so inspired by these right now because they'll be on smooth, and I feel like it's gonna look so pretty on. Like, I don't feel like I gave this enough love to really kind of say goodbye. So in the meantime, I think I'm just gonna declutter this one, which is a nice highlighter, I guess. It's more of like a clear type of shade, similar to like what Makeup by Mario has. It pretty much works the same way. And you can use this on its own. It's like a balm type of texture. You could use this on its own for a little bit of like glowiness, but it's also nice to wear as like a base and put something on top for the really next level highlighted effect. But I just don't go in with such an extra step, so I think I'm gonna declutter this one. I haven't used it in a bit, so I think that's pretty much it for this one. Next up, we have my eyeshadow palette drawer. Honestly, I would actually love to have only one drawer of palettes. I'm kind of aiming for that, so we'll see. But I did an eyeshadow palette declutter video last week Sunday. I got rid of 10 palettes, so there really isn't one that screams to me like, hey, get rid of me like right now type of thing. But I will tell you, I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of this one right here by MAC. I think it was cute at the time, and I thought the quality was pretty good, but I want to say it was limited edition. And I got a few questions asking me like, then why do I buy limited edition goods? Honestly, here and there I'll buy because a product looks pretty, and you know, I want to enjoy it and love it, and I will keep limited edition palettes for a while if I'm feeling it. But then after some time, if I reviewed it and I use it a little bit, or I've purchased other palettes and I'm not into it anymore, I'm okay decluttering it because it never goes to waste. It's either something that I could put on my Poshmark, or I always gift it to friends and family, so I never consider anything a waste, if you know what I'm saying. If anything, it could be a gift, because I feel like I have so many people around me who don't purchase makeup, so it's a good way for me to kind of give over what I have. So just a little bit of an explanation for you guys, but I'm going to declutter this one. It included some metallics and some mattes. It was nice, and I was able to create a few different looks, but I think I'm ready to part ways with it. Yikes, I'm ready to part ways with it. This is kind of cool though. And then, actually, eat my foot. Okay, actually, I think I'm also going to declutter this one. I don't know if this was also like limited edition. I checked on Ulta site and it wasn't available. I think this is a cute one. I want to say it might actually end up even being at TJ Maxx soon. Like, I really wouldn't be surprised if it's there because a lot of Morphe palettes have been there lately. But I got some use out of this one and I thought it was really pretty. For Morphe, the shadows blended out pretty well. The mattes were slightly more on the drier side, but you were still able to create like a decent amount of looks, and the metallics performed really nicely with the mattes. So a nice one when I wanted to kind of get out of my, you know, neutral zone. But since it was limited, I don't really use it as much anymore. And then also, I have other colorful palettes that I've discovered that I actually prefer more than this one. So I want to declutter that one as well. But I'm so excited to actually organize this because, like I keep saying, I feel like I have so much more breathable space. I have to sweep the floor. And then I have more goods in here, which I'm going to keep everything because I'm just going to get rid of 2 eyeshadow palettes for nowsies. Next, we have my mascara drawer and brow drawer. Sorry, I was like at a blank there. So for mascaras, let's see here. I'm gonna declutter this one right here by Fenty. It's a little bit more on the older side. I got a ton of use out of this one. It's really, really pretty on the lashes though. I feel like it really gives you mostly, like pretty much a little bit of everything. I thought it was a good all-around mascara that just performed well. My ultimate favorite though is the Essence Lash Princess with the green pack lettering. So really that one wins it for me when it comes to mascaras in general. Like, I always compare everything to that typically, and there really hasn't been any that is equivalent to it at all. But yeah, I'm gonna declare this one. It was good. I think I got it in a Sephora favorites kit. I would repurchase, I think. The Lash Paradise is a newer one to me. And then I'm going to declutter this one by Tarte. I know this used to be really popular. I just was never fully in love with it. I think it's okay. I also think that it's ready to go. You know, it's been in my collection for a bit now, so I think I'm ready to part ways. I am also... I have 3 of these CoverGirl brow products. I want to just see if they're all in the same shade. 705, 705, and 705. Yeah, these are all in rich brown. All of the same shades that I use. I'm going to declutter... Okay, let's do this one because this is practically done. I just really needed to kind of say goodbye. It's the Lift and Snatch NYX Brow Tint Pen. Love this, really good. I like the Milani one more than this one, but this is like the type of brow pen that kind of creates that like hair-like strokes, you know? It's really nice. So it has like a felt tip to it. So I've been enjoying using those kind of products. I really don't fill in my brows like perfectly as much anymore. I used to, but not anymore. But yeah, this is one that's done, like it's done. I try to get like more out of it, but it's completely finished. And typically I do situate it this way. You want to make sure that the ink goes down. Look at my hand now. What is up? Anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna say goodbye to that one, but I will repurchase because it's good. And then let's see. This is the Milani one, the Weekend brown one, which I love. I have this one and another one in my bag. And then in this section, I'm going to declutter this by EBH. I have a full size here, which I know is a little newer. This I want to say is pretty much done. So I want to say goodbye to that, but those are great because they really keep your brows in place. Okay, I want to say it's pretty much it for here. I have to stop it with that noise. Okay, oh wow, yeah. So here's where we can see the beginning of the mess. Okay, so yeah, this is like whatever. Okay, anyway, so for powder, what am I gonna declutter here? Well, for liners, I'm gonna declutter the Tarteist one and then the Ofra eyeliner. I feel like just kind of tugs on the eye, so I'm not a fan of that. Tarteist one has a felt tip on one side and then the retractable pencil on the other side. I just thought that that was okay. It just maybe, I don't know, maybe it dried out a bit. It's not as black as I would like. So I think I'm also gonna say goodbye to the Essence All About Matte powder. I typically don't use purely white powders. I feel like it leaves a white cast and this kind of does a bit. So I'm gonna declutter this one. Also, it's more matte, so I typically don't use that finish on the skin. Put this here. Wait, this is a bronzer. It actually does not belong there. And then I think I'm going to declutter this one as well by It Cosmetics. I don't even know. Would you look at that? This thing kind of popped out a bit. Shoots. I don't know. I haven't used it in a while. Yikes. Okay, let's declutter this one by Koki. I thought that this one was just okay. There are other drugstore ones that I prefer. It's a very, very thin powder, and I actually prefer some that are a drop thicker. So if you do like lighter powders, this might be nice. It's a translucent one, and this brand is available at Rite Aid. So but I'm going to declutter that one. Yay, more space. Awesome beans. Next, lip products. I think I am ready to part ways with this one by Too Faced. I definitely want to speak about what's going on with Too Faced, like with the brand and all of that, but this is limited edition. I don't really use it anymore. Cute at the time, but I'm going to declutter that one. Okay, then the next lip product I'm going to declutter. I'm not ready to say bye to Gingerbread Boy yet. Neither am I ready to say goodbye to Clover. Okay, this can go. This is one of the Melted Matte Liquid Lipsticks. Oh, that is not looking good from the NYX pencil. This is in Granny Panties. So it's like a cool tone color, but haven't used this in a while, so ready to say goodbye. Next, Drool. I'm gonna declutter this one by the e.l.f. It's the e.l.f. Mint Gloss. It's a shade that I don't wear much. It's called Chocolate Chip. You guys know I typically don't wear such shades too often. So I'm going to declutter that one. And then I'm going to, let's see, say goodbye to this one by Dominique Cosmetics. It's just one that's been in my collection for a bit. I think I got it from BoxyCharm, but I maybe used it once. Not really that into it. Okay, I think that's it for here. And then in this drawer, I think I'm gonna declutter this one and this one. I used to love these by Tarte, but I know that my hands are, whoa, oh my goodness. I don't think this ever happened. Yeah, I'm gonna declutter these by Tarte. They're nude type of shades. I think they were also, or they're getting discontinued, I wanna say. So I used to love them, but I found other ones that I do love a bit more. I feel like in the makeup world, you kind of have to. Like once you love something, or once I love something, I feel like a year later it's gone. So I got used to, you know, finding other things that I enjoy. And you have no other option, you know what I mean? Okay, that's pretty much it. Hopefully later on this week, I'll be able to really organize each drawer and maybe do a full in-depth lipstick declutter, because I know there are still more here that I just don't use. Lip Balmio. I'm gonna keep everything in here because I kind of like everything in here, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, most of the goods. Okay, and that's pretty much it. And then I have some hair stuff here. I recently put some skincare here. Whoa, sorry for the noise. So lots of backups. And then I have my empty boxes here. This is makeup that I decluttered a bit ago, so I have to put it in my bag that I'm giving away. And then more body care and skincare there. Okay, I think that's pretty much it. I am pretty happy with the selection of goods I decluttered. I don't think I'll miss any of them, but really, really proud of myself. Beep, beep. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I should hopefully have reels up on this sometime, maybe today or something. But yeah, okay. Looking forward to reading your comments. I'll try to post most of these on Poshmark today. If not, it'll be up tomorrow. I'll see you guys in my next one.